whether it is fornication, it's adultery, it's lying, it's stealing, it's murder, whatever the nature of sin, in love we should correct people and continuously admonish them.
And even talking about abuse, even some pastors abuse their wives.
I think it is high time we begin to teach them that it isn't just about this woman is beautiful, this man is fine, so that you can point to people, this is my husband.
Exactly.
It takes a lot to be in marriage.
Oral sex has a lot of implications, and one of it is the fact that it is one of the easiest way for the transmission of sexually transmitted diseases.
Trying to get something from somewhere you don't like, you will chop their money, and that money you eat fufu with it can block your womb. There is a woman who is praying, but most of these young girls don't know that they are enlarging.
You see, so most married men go out there and lie to innocent girls.
That who told you are innocent? These hypocritic girls.
Some of the girls are innocent. Because I know some girls who will tell you that if you are married, forget.
It is such a wonderful weekend once again with us here on GTV Live, your religion and culture channel. And you know, the program is Weekend Review right here. And we say Weekend Review, our core mandate still remains bringing the family together and reshaping society for tomorrow's generations. Yes, we do believe in the next generations, and we are going to do all our possible best to ensure that the next generations don't suffer some of the errors that some of us are going through now. We want to pray that the hand of God and the grace of God will touch generations after us, and that is the essence for this program. So please call somebody also to call somebody that the program is on with me, Johnny called Dollarich. Now, we had the Redeeming the Family Glory night. It was such an awesome night. Now, please don't miss the next edition on the 3rd of April at Faith Chapel Assemblies of God. It is right at Makati Hill. Between the Malam Junction and Makati Hill traffic light. We are meeting there to pray. 5:30 p.m. sharp. 3rd April. Please don't miss out. Because the kind of testimonies that are coming in, oh, my dear one, your family will never be the same. I believe in that one. Your family will never be the same. You know what? You pray. But there are times that when the talk, all the hullabaloo, all the strife and all the hardship, all the trouble at home, you have no solution. You just have to take it through prayer, and that is the reason for Redeeming the Family Glory. We do believe in the beauty that God has bestowed upon your family, and therefore we'll pray it through and we'll get it done. Now, we'll be taking our topic of the week, but we'll take this quick break. When we come back, we'll discuss it, and I introduce my guest on set with me.
Don't let anybody put a promise ring on you for 1 year. He's not really going to see your parents. He's not going to do anything. Then you are dead. No.
It is even sexual harassment. To expose your body, those parts that induce sex.
Women take into consideration so many factors before they allow you to have sex with them. So before your wife will think about that man, and allow him that he has developed some kind of affection and love, and then he has started hating you.
Why is it said that when you see your daughter's nakedness, you feel aroused and you feel like having something to do with your daughter? Hey! Let's check who trained you. You are disgracing your family.
Hello, precious viewers. The name is Johnny called Dollarich, and the program is Weekend Review, right here on GTV Live, your religion and culture channel, showing every Saturday at 8:30 a.m. and a repeat at 7 p.m. Weekend Review, bringing the family together, reshaping society for tomorrow's generation.
Precious viewer, welcome back. And the program still remains Weekend Review, right here on GTV Live, your religion and culture channel with me, Johnny called Dollarich. Now, we are about to discuss our topic of the week, but I have this wonderful personality with me on set, and I love them so much. Anytime they're on set with me, I get to see the glory of God, and this day, I want them to introduce themselves. And we'll say ladies first. And I quickly want to move to my immediate left. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You're looking so good.
Thank you.
Wow. And my viewers want to know you.
Faith Ewa Mrs. I work with the HR department and I also serve at Royal House Chapel.
Wow. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
And I must say thank you for accepting to be here on a short notice. I mean, I'm so grateful.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
We have to serve our generation.
I'm grateful, very grateful. And I'll go to my far left, and I have this handsome, quite old but very young and handsome as well. Reverend, you're welcome.
Thank you.
My viewers want to know you.
I'm Reverend Emmanuel Mensah, Hour of Grace Temple, Assemblies of God, Jama, Bawi.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Hour of Grace, and we pray that the grace of God will see us through today. Please call your friends, call your family, call everybody to watch this program, because we are come to discuss something that has to do with you. And we want to consider whether children, the presence or the absence of children, should take away spousal attention. Yes, whether the children are in or the children are not in, should the romance that couple have, should it be there or should be missing? And somebody will say, wow. First of all, let's go to the lady first, and she will take us through quickly. Mama Feed.
Yes, sir.
Spousal attention. I mean, whether the absence of children or the presence of children, I mean, do we get to lose that romance, that touch at all?
Well, I will start by saying, why do you get married to that particular person? It's because you have something in common. And usually we'll say, marriage should develop from friendship. The person should be your friend. You should be able to discuss everything to everything, and the romance should be there. So why should the romance change whilst you grow? As you grow, just like wine, the older it is, the sweeter it becomes. So as you grow older, I think the romance has to grow older, but it shouldn't wane away. But when the children come in, they also have to take some attention. And if we don't take time in balancing them, then we begin to lose one person. Usually the women are the ones who are guilty. Because all the attention goes to the child, because the child is helpless and cannot help himself or herself. So the attention begins to go there. And if you don't take time, you will lose your husband, because if he also doesn't get involved, sometimes the man was, oh, the baby is so fragile. So instead of also getting involved, so that the romance continues even with the baby around. Oh, you have your child. Sometimes they will say, go to your mother and go and nurse the baby and come back. So those are the things that wane away the love and the romance in the relationship when the children are here.
I'll come back to you. And Osafo, what's your take on it?
Yes, I think just as the Bible says, Jesus started with prayer, he ended with it. So marriage starts with romance and must end with romance.
Wow.
You see, so every part of it must be romantic.
Wow.
Every part of marriage. Because marriage is an institution. And when we take it from that angle, and not just an institution, but divine institution. And so long as it's an institution, and every institution aim at something. Every institution aim at something. So it is in marriage. And if you have not married before, at least you have observed people married. Wow. You know your parents. And every marriage will result in children. Children will come in. So as children comes in, they shouldn't take the position of that romance. But they must be part of the romance.
Okay.
They must be part of it. Depending on how we will see the children. Because if an institution is there for profit, for gain, why do we look for profit? Because we want to gain something so that it will make the institution or whatever company it is grows and be meaningful. So everything that it takes for that institution to be meaningful is what we look for. So it is in marriage. So the children are additional to the romantic environment. But most often it looks as if we don't understand it from that angle. That is why. But I believe if we see it from that angle, it will not be a problem.
Wow.
You see that when the children come, because assuming you've not even, you have your own baby, look at how it is, and then you begin to look at it. Because when you read Malachi chapter 2, the verse 15, that God said that he brought the young lady and the together because he want to make godly offspring from them. So the children that are in the marriage are from God. They are godly offspring. So if you see it from that angle and you begin to cherish it, you see that even that child will make your marriage more romantic. So it all boils down to understanding. If we understand these things, it won't be a problem.
I see.
You see, both man and woman will share the child together and it will add to the...
I see. Now, but let's look at this, my faith. I mean, a couple of times we've seen or heard of people because of what they went through, especially with the women, and probably during even childbirth, and the kind of things that they went through and all that. So anything that happens afterwards feels like, oh, even, or probably if the husband is not maybe doing his best, she feels, I mean, she should bond with the child because after all, she suffered to bring that child or something. But I don't know, whatever kind of relationship you have with your child, like Reverend is saying, shouldn't it go a long way to rather even make the marriage or the family bond rather tighter than you getting an exclusion attention maybe with the child or something?
I think everything good comes with some effort. Success doesn't happen. Okay. You must work at it. What is the motive of entering the marriage? If you know why you are in the marriage, then you know that the first thing you have to attend to is the husband. The children are a blessing. They are a gift from God to you. So they shouldn't come and take what you're supposed to do for the husband. They said the two will become one. So if you are one, will you want a part of you to suffer? No. So if you are really one, then it means that if the man is complete, you are complete. If the man is happy, you are also happy. It means the romance must continue and continue. But like I said in the beginning, sometimes then when the children can begin to have attention for them, and it is natural. But we must work at the marriage, because one thing you should know that the children will grow. And when they grow, they will marry and leave the two of you. So if you don't take time and you give everything to the children, when they go, whom do you tend to? So whilst you are tending to the children, you should know that yes, your first loyalty goes to your husband. Then you take care of the children. And you should know that once you are one, the children are also part of you. So it shouldn't be that the children and the husband are in competition. There's no competition here. It is a complete family. Wow. So the love should be shared abroad. Give the love you have to give to the children to them. Give the romance you must have with your husband to him. Make time for yourselves. Don't say because of the children, then everything you just hide behind the children. No. Attend to your spouse. You must attend to it.
No competition.
No competition. There shouldn't be. No competition between.
Now, talking about your first loyalty going to your spouse. I mean, also for but there are some people, after marriage, okay, after all, I'm married to you now. You needed me. Now you have me. There's some comments you hear sometimes. It's very interesting. After you wanted to marry, you are married to me now. So what's the big deal here? I mean, what is this romance? All that you want to see, all that you want to have, you already have it. And so what's next? So they feel, okay, now let's rather devote our attention to the children. If that is, if there are children, they want to devote their attention to the children. What do you say to that?
I think, like I said from the beginning, children are a gift from God. And they are a blessing. So if you are running an institution and then somebody bless you, it's because of the institution that he has blessed you. So you don't value the the blessing more than
The institution.
yes, because it's a divine institution you are in, and you are in there first not because of the children. That is one thing we have to understand.
Because there could be children or there could be
there
no
could be
children.
there could be no children.
Okay.
But there is something you saw in that lady. There is something you saw in that young man that makes you to think or feel that no, I think she is the right person that I can live with. You see, it all comes back to the understanding. You see, most people don't get it this way before we get into marriage. That is why somebody will say, all that you need, you have get it. What is it do you need? You know, we've not finished because it is unto death. And you see, as you are growing, there are a lot of things. Like this year, my marriage will be 30 years, you know.
Wow.
30
Congratulations.
years. And
wow.
And as we are growing, we are learning more.
Exactly.
My last daughter is in the university, and then I could see my children going. The others have married, and then you know, and then I ask myself, we are heading towards somewhere. So we have to put more ingredients into our. So
now you need each other more.
Yeah, we need each other more. So we need to understand each other. Then what was it I saw before we came together? I must go back to that. Bring that thing back.
Wow.
You see, so if you don't see it from that angle, always, you see the children like Mama said, the children one day they will go.
They will go.
Now my boy, at times I call you, how are you? How's your wife? And you see, I'll call my daughter, how are you? How's your, you see? But because they are not there. And then immediately he left the house, I saw that no, there is a vacuum. You know? But before he came, we were there. And we were living. So we have to bring that thing back. So it's not about the children. Children are blessings. If God bless you, you take good care of it. It's part of the romance. You take good care of it. And as you are taking good care of it, and you see that the blessing is rather becoming of a blossoming and then looking very beautiful, you yourself, you are happy.
Okay.
And even that happiness add to your romance. When you sit down, you are discussing your children. You see, in fact, you see that you are happy that at least you have done something. So when we look at it from that angle, I believe it will help us.
I want to add something. I want to liken marriage relationship like our relationship with Jesus. When we are worshiping Jesus, we have intimacy with him. We worship him and we grow. It takes effort. We read our Bible, we make time, and we have that relationship with Jesus. The same way we should have time and make time for the relationship that we have with our spouses. If not, we will lose it. Just as you're saying, when the children go, the two of you are going to be there. If you have lost the touch, how do you stay together? It's just like you and Jesus. When you lose the touch, how do you communicate? How do you work together? So that relationship is like that. So marriage is just like our relationship with Jesus. Jesus is our husband. We love him. We have intimacy with him. The same thing we should have with our spouses.
Now, let's look at the other side of it. Having the children is one part of it, and when the children are also not in, probably are either waiting or some conditions or whatever is not bringing that result to pass. But if children are not in, and there are a couple of times we've seen some people that they want to have attention elsewhere. Does it, I don't want to use the word, does it glorify God? Because if you cannot have that romance continuing because the absence of children is what is happening, how do we handle such thing, Mafi?
Well, it is difficult because naturally when you're married, everybody will expect that you have children. You yourself, you also expect that you should have children. So if the children are not there, it is frustrating. But like we've been saying, the first thing is between you and your husband. The marriage, the relationship is between you and the husband. The children are a gift. So whether they are there or not, the way those who have children who have time and make time to make sure that the romance is there. The same way as when the children are not there, you should make time. And more so when the children are not there, because yes, you have outsiders who are intruding where the children, there's frustration here and there. It means that you will have to do more. It's just like pastors and the ordinary church members. The pastors will have to make more time. They make more time to have relationship with God so that they can hear from God. So it means that you too, in that relationship with our children, you have extra work to do, because with those with the children, at least the children can bring them together. The child will say something, the father is happy, the mother is happy, the bond comes easily. This relationship, what makes you come together? What excites you? What is it that makes you have that fun and say we are there? So it means that you have to work at it. Marriages depend on the work we put into it. It is not an easy institution, and everybody watching us there, we should know that marriage needs work. It doesn't happen. You see people, we've been, like Daddy is saying, 30 years in marriage. It comes with a lot of things. People marry these days and within a year and two, and they are just fed up. Fed up how? You are into that relationship and you must work at it. Make it good. It takes you to make it good. Nobody can make it good for you. We are in a technology age, everything come easy. So we want to see everything easy. Marriage is not that easy. You must work at it. When you work at it, it is the best thing you can ever have. The best thing you can ever have.
Wow. You know, like you're saying, it takes a lot of work to get through some of this, and it's not an easy play. But here's the case, also for there's some even pastors, and then you know, the kind of relationship you have, let's say with the church, it takes so much from you. Now this time around, not even the children, but even the congregation, or takes so much from you. Then sometimes you're bond with even your wife or your husband. If you're a reverend, like a woman minister, sometimes you also can have even quality time for your wife or your husband and all that. Let's look at it. Where the demand for the attention, probably from elsewhere, not from your spouse, is greater. How do you handle yourself in such a case?
Yeah, you have to balance yourself. You have to balance yourself. Because before the congregation was the married. Though some had the congregation before the marriage. Yeah. But marriage supersedes all these areas. So you have to balance yourself. And then we shouldn't forget that we have a responsibility. Life without responsibility is no life.
Wow.
You see, so God created us with responsibilities. And if you're a pastor, it's a calling. God knows that he has given you that ability even beyond that. Don't forget Moses, when he was leading the people. The anointing God took from him and then put on the other people was on Moses. And he did not know. You see, he did not know that he carries such an anointing that he will be able to handle all those things. You see, so it's a matter of you knowing who you are, and then knowing the responsibility you are as an institution, as a marriage, your church, and everything. You have a responsibility. So you must prioritize your responsibilities. Without priority, you cannot. You give more attention. You must give equal attention to all your responsibilities. So you use wisdom. God has given us wisdom. As you pray, God will direct you. God himself will let you know how to go about it. And as you follow the principles of God, because he is the originator of that institution. So he knows the in and out of it. So why don't you go back to him? And if it's a church, he has called you to manage it. Why don't you go back to him for wisdom, and he will help you. But more often it's like when we get to a certain point, we want to depend on ourselves. That is where we fail. We must lean on him. We must pray and ask for wisdom. He will guide us. He will lead us in marriage, in the church, in every area. And in so doing, we will be successful. Responsibility. That is the word, the key word that we have to. Because life without responsibility. So if you are irresponsible or you don't want to be responsible, don't even marry. Don't try it.
Don't try.
Don't try it. Because the responsibilities when you become, things are difficult and you say that no, this one you have to do it. It's your responsibility to do it. And you are thinking and you are praying. That is where you depend on the ultimate authority, that is God. And as you look to him and he sees that, wow, this my son or my daughter have seen that without me, then he comes in, then he provides. You see, that is why, you see, God has given us a responsibility and he expects that we will depend on him to fulfill those responsibilities.
Wow.
But immediately we become independent of ourselves, then he will leave us and will be watching what you do. That is why so many marriages are failing. Let's accept those responsibilities.
And then, if you're watching the program right now, this is Weekend Review right on GTV Live, Your Religion and Culture channel. Now, like Reverend said, responsibilities. We have to be responsible for whatever God has entrusted into our hands. And if you're watching the program right now, we have our numbers on screen. Just bring in your WhatsApp and then visit our Facebook page, Weekend Review with Dollarich. And you can give us a call after the program and let's get to share friendliness together. Now, sometimes a lot of calls comes in. Please, if you call and your call is not answered right there and then, please call again or call again. The call will be answered. Please, there are a lot of calls that can be called. Most of the time when the calls are coming in, you see that it will be on hold because somebody also is talking, somebody's asking questions, somebody is doing that. So please, when your call comes in, just have patience and call back when your call is not picked for at least 2-3 times. You get through and we will, because so many calls come through almost every day. And then we want to find out something. Mama Faith, with this issue of being responsible, well, we'll look at it in another form. Now, if a spouse is demanding so much attention, because we do know some people who crave for the attention. I mean, all for myself, me, myself, and I mean, at every given time, I will not dare say the woman because I don't want any wahala for me on the show. But there are some people who always want their attention for themselves. Even when the children are there, they still want to have the attention from the husband or from the wife, and you have to be responsible. You know, they don't want the next person to have a part of their attention at all. How do we handle such a situation? Because like you said earlier, it has to be spread abroad. But where one person is making too much demand on the attention, how do we handle it?
Marriage is for mature people. It's
not for boys,
children.
Not for boys and girls.
It's for people who are mature. So when you are entering, you are a responsible person. You know realities on the ground and you know how to handle. When there's a problem, you don't go running and calling everybody, come and help me. You handle the problem yourself. Attention. It's good. How many minutes do you have to say we have quality time? Sometimes 5 minutes is even enough for you to say you really have quality time. You know the man you are married to, you know the lady you are married to. We are living in the corporate world. I will not say just the pastors, because there are people who are not married to the pastors, but they are married to the corporate people.
Exactly.
There are homes that the men are very busy, but the women are less busy. There are others that the women are more busy and the men are less busy. We are responsible people, so we are supposed to help each other. The other person is very busy, so you take on the other duties and help get there. And when you also come back, even if it's 5 minutes, make that it is total attention to your spouse. You don't come back, yes, you have some work to do from work, but you don't carry it too much to the home. Once you're at home, give time to the people at home. Attend to your husband, attend to your wife, attend to the children. They know when you are busy. You are a pastor. Your wife knows when you are busy. So she will give you that time. But you can't say every time I'm busy and you will neglect that person. Because at the end, you may lose them. I remember growing up, people used to say the pastor's children were not good. Those were the days when the pastors forgot to attend to their homes. So by the time they came back, their homes were in shambles. But these days, thank God for wisdom. the pastors are having time, and we have a lot of them who have responsible children. Most of their children are even going into ministry. So when we get married, we should know that we are there to help each other. You don't have to get the whole day to say that you'll be giving attention. 5 minutes, even on the call. How are you? How was work and all that? It's enough. So we shouldn't be, let me use the word childish by saying that once I come back home and you don't come to hug me, you don't come to take off my shirt, you don't give me the peg like you used to be, then you are losing it. No. Beginning, maybe you didn't have so many children, so she has the time. When you come, she come to take your jacket off, help you take off your tie, or come to the table, come and eat. Yes, it is fine. But when it gets to a time that she's so hard up and she cannot do all those things, see through and know that yes, when she's free, she does it. So when she's not doing it, it means that she's hard up. Maturity is important in marriage. If not, you complain about everything from the bed to the carpet to the whatever. You complain and you run away from the home. It is for people who are serious. It is for people who are mature. So yes, we need time for each other. We should make time for each other. But if, I'm not saying, should I say if no? We should make time for each other. If you are very, very busy, know that you have some work there. You should balance your work and the home. If not, you'll be very good pastor, but a very bad husband. A very good pastor, a very bad father. So when you are preaching on the pulpit, your children are saying, look at what he's saying, does he do? And your children and your wife are the best people who can preach about you.
That's right.
If they believe in you,
they are your first congregation.
That is it.
Right.
So if your first congregation doesn't believe what you are saying, then you have a problem. So the balance is important. Let us balance it.
Now, you struck me on something concerning change. Because there are some people that, like the beginning, the romance was there, everything is there, but now changes are coming. And nobody wants change. I mean, sometimes change though is good, but it's not all change that brings pleasant. So also for where the attention was there in the beginning, and perhaps either the presence of children or maybe ministry or certain things are coming in and things are changing, and somebody don't want to agree. How do we handle such things?
So you see, it comes back to, at times, institutional change are necessary. They are necessary. So it's an understanding.
Yeah.
If that mind of divine institution is there, you know that there will be a need for a change at certain points.
Okay.
So when we get there, you sit down, you discuss it. This is what is going on. Do you know? In my workplace, maybe they have added additional responsibility. You have to discuss. You see, it's part of the attention.
Okay.
Discuss. Let your wife know. Let your husband know. So if certain things are not known, then it has stolen some part of the attention. You'll be doing it, and the person, you didn't tell me, I didn't know.
Okay.
Because the person is expecting that maybe before you go to work, you should do so and so, ABC. And now because something has been added, because it's an institution, where you are working is an institution, and the marriage too is an institution. So you have to sit down and discuss and let the person
Both
know.
institutions know how you are handling
yourself. You see, when you do it that way, you will see that there wouldn't be any problem. But most often there are some missing links that we need to join. When those links continue to be missing, then you realize that there will be complaints, there will be a whole lot of things. Attention. I don't think it should be a problem. It shouldn't be. You see, if somebody wants something to eat and the person is complaining, you are not, make sure one day you prepare that food, you give it to the person. The person will enjoy it to the extent that he will be fed up of it. You see, if you know throughout the week, and at times like Monday was holiday, you don't have to add something to that Monday. Be in the home. And every attention that your spouse lacked throughout the week, and that Monday you can, that attention is there. Oh, D, wherever. Oh, D, where are you? Oh, D, where are you? You see, D is all over.
That's right.
D is all over.
I'm tempted to say D Wokrum.
D is all over. So it will come to a time say, what is going to say? Yes, it's part of the attention. You see, then jovially, and then you create something in the home.
Yeah.
And then that's what you do for that one day can take care of him throughout the week. You will never forget. You see, we have to we are creative. God has made us creative. God is creative. We are refusing to use our creativity in our marriages. And the marriage, like I said, is an institution, divine institution. And God is a divine God, and He has given us all the divine wisdom, divine word, and everything. And we are refusing to use them in our marriages. So who should we blame? We can't blame God.
So all lies on us as individual. Now, this brings me to this critical point here. Now, if you're watching the program, this is Weekend Review right on GTV Live with me, Johnny called Dollarich. Now, we are discussing spousal attention. Now, whether the presence of children or no children, or job or your ministry, I mean, how do you balance yourself to make sure there's harmony in the home? Because on this program, we say we are bringing the family together, reshaping society for tomorrow's generation. Now, let me ask this question. Mama Faith, there are people that when the attention, probably the beginning you had some romance going on, then per adventure, maybe something just swayed a part of it, and then now they want to look elsewhere to get the attention. You know, you have changed. Now, sometimes they say, this is not the man I married, this is not the woman I married, you are changing, you are this. And then, I don't know, whether out of curiosity or whatever, out of, they just want to watch or look elsewhere to get the attention. What do you have to tell such people?
Marriage is supposed to be among two people and not 3 or 4. So the moment you are saying you want to get attention outside, that means you are deviating from the core work that you're supposed to do. In relationship, like we've established from the beginning, it is work. When there's problem home, you don't run away. Some people think when they pick a girlfriend, that girlfriend will not come troubling him or her about children, about that and that. So you want to. It's an illusion. Because you are just taking your mind from the trouble for a short time, and it will bounce back to you. So the earlier you face the problem or challenges at home and deal with it, the better for you. Because you may go and you get more problem. You may even go and get some STD, HIV, AIDS, or whatever. So you are bringing more problem. You are not solving your problem.
On top of it, your account will even be drained.
Will be drained, and if you don't take time, you end up in hell. So you are not gaining from that. You are supposed to be at home and make time for your relationship. What is it that is causing the strain? What is it that is bringing the division, that is not making you bond? Talk about it. These days, we have a big problem. People have all the time together, but they are not together. Somebody says the mobile phone keeps people far, close to us, and those close to us, far. We are sitting together. Instead of us chatting, everybody, so we are not really making time for people around us. If you are here as a family and you know you are guilty of that, you are all seated, and as a family, instead of you talking and everybody is on the phone, WhatsApping or doing whatever, you are losing it. The WhatsApp is good, but we shouldn't just follow technology like that. Let us make time for each other. Love is seen in sharing, in relationship, as we chat, as we touch. That is where the love comes. But when we are there and our attention is drawn away, and then we are losing it. So you will not get happiness outside. It is in your home. Work at it. When you see people say, I'm 30 years, I'm 40 years in marriage, they worked at it. It wasn't easy, but they went through it, and at the end, they are happy. It's just like you going to work. When you are assigned a work, you put effort into it, and when the results come, you're happy. The same way it is with marriage.
Well, let's look at this. First of all, if you're watching the program right now, this is Weekend Review right on GTV Live, Your Religion and Culture, and we are discussing spousal attention. And I made you aware earlier that There are, I mean, families that when the children come in, they take away that romance and that touch between couples. And then sometimes when even there are no children, they still have issues. And other people want to seek attention elsewhere to ensure that their happiness or whatever attention they are looking for is met out there. But we want to see if that is right or is wrong. And then I have with me still on set Reverend Emmanuel Mensah, and then Mrs. Faith Iwua with us here in GBC, and it's getting quite interesting. And let's look at this. Also, when a woman or a man, I mean, wants an attention and is not getting it, and feels outside there will be okay for him or for her, what does it make of such person? I mean, I don't want to use the word is the person matured or is immature, because whatever attention you are looking for, how do you know, how possible can you tell that when you go out there you will be giving such an attention?
Yes. You see, there is no proper or any good attention outside than that you have. Eve tried it and it didn't work. Eve tried it. You went outside for an attention and the enemy came in. You see, so if you try it, you are rather inviting the enemy.
Wow.
So like I said, let's accept responsibilities and work at. Marriage must be worked at. So what is it that is lacking? You can work at it and you will get it right there. Because in the garden when they were, there was everything. So all that they need is to focus
on
what they need. It's right there. So what is it that you want outside? So at times when I look at certain things, and you see, failure to apply the wisdom of God or the word of God leads to all these things. Because it is the deception from the pit of hell. That the enemy will tell you that, oh, go outside. You will get attention from there. When you allow your service, the enemy has, I would say, has he bewitched you or whatever it is. He has taken your mind, and then when you go there, you must be warned that there is nothing good that will come out of it. Because the attention you are yearning for was there before. And something happened. So go back. You see, go back and then bring that attention back. Work at it. It was there already. It's not anything that you have not experienced before. And that you say, I don't know how attention. You have experienced it before. It's like being, if you are poor and you become rich. Like somebody said, he said, previously I was a poor person. If I'm rich today and tomorrow I'm poor, is it not the same thing? It's the same equation. It's the same thing. You see, so we have failed to look at things from godly perspective. That is the problem we are having. That is the problem we are having. Wow. Getting attention, and that attention. Look, the place you are going to get that attention. When you go there, then the person also want to keep you. He want to keep you. The place want to keep you, so that once you have come, you have brought yourself, then you remain there. Then it will come to a time you realize that it is the same thing. So I want to go back.
Attention there, attention there.
So don't yearn for attention and attract the enemy into your camp. Don't do that.
Wow.
The attention you want is already around you. Just go around, look for it.
You have to work for it.
Work for it. Go to God in prayer. Just allow God. You see, I was going through some problems, and then I prayed. At a certain time, I said, I was not hearing anything. I was not seeing anything. I said, God, into your hands I commit myself. So speak. At the right time, God spoke. And when he spoke, he gave us the direction to the right place.
Wow.
And when that time comes, at times he uses people. And you will see that whether the man or the woman, both of you, you come back to your senses. You say, wow, what were we trying to do? So let's go back to God. He's the author and finisher of marriage. He created that institution. And we are going around it. Instead of going back to him to fix it for us.
Now looks like the romance and then all those things. But let's look at this. You see, like we say, we are two mature people or two different individuals that have come together to. But Osofo said something, or you even said something earlier that you started probably on a romantic notes, and then when some changes come, you have to work around to adapt to the situation and all that. And but there are some people who are not growing out of that particular situation. You know, they still want to hammer that you are changing. Probably now work is taking much from you. Probably ministry is taking much from you, and we've said it, but I want us to look at it critically. Where you have your work, your ministry, your business, something is taking a bit of your attention, so that your normal self, like you make a call in the morning 3 times or 4 times before you even go for lunch, or maybe even lunchtime till I'm eating something, you know, and you know that kind of romantic thing. Oh, I just closed, I'm about to leave the office, I'm now at 37, I'll get to the mall very soon, you know. And then, but here is the case now, you realize stress is even coming in. Very soon we'll be discussing something on stress soon, you know, pressure here, pressure there, and sometimes you can't even have coercion. You know, you are not yourself. You want to do your best still, but time and space and situation around you doesn't permit you to be the man or the woman you have to be. How do you get your partner to understand the situation in which you are?
Marriage is about communication. And communication, I'm not just talking about the words. We are talking about the verbal communication and the non-verbal communication. And when you marry, you must know each other. You get to a time before one person is thinking about something, you begin to think alike.
Okay.
That is when you are growing in the marriage. Your thinking is about the same, your perspectives are becoming the same, your interests are becoming the same. That means you are growing together and you are growing. But if you want to remain at class 1, then you are going to be there. Because at class 1, you started that you have all the time and everything. But you are growing, you must build a family, you must get money to feed the family, and you must go forward. So that man, during those days, he was just a beginner at work, so he has all the time and he's calling you. But he's now grown, he's now a director, he goes for one meeting to the other meeting, he has issues to settle. He wouldn't get the time to be calling you all day again. So you must begin to know the person and grow into it. If not, you'll be like a koshoko. And everybody must grow. So if you are behaving like a koshoko person in the marriage, then means you have a problem. You must grow in the marriage. We've started from this level. We could do everything we talk about as we are growing. I'm not saying we should take away romance. The romance will be there, but it comes differently. Those days we could talk the whole morning, but now in the evening, before we retire to bed, we do all our chatting, how was work and all that. We'll do it. There could be a time that you come back and you are so tired you can't even talk about that. But within that, like Daddy said earlier on, there's one holiday. Why don't you take time that day, everybody
and make
off?
it up.
It is for the two of us. Make time for each other. And it is important. We shouldn't say we are busy at work and all that. Then we are also committing a blunder. Because you didn't just go to bring excuse me, if it's somebody you just want to be in the house, then you could have gone for a house help or whatever. It is your partner, so you must make time for each other. Balancing is important. Balance between the work and the home. Let us make time for each other. It is difficult, but we should know that we shouldn't be trivial. That's all I want to say. We shouldn't be trivial. We are talking about every little thing. And no. Pettiness. No, it's not about that.
That's what I want to.
No, we shouldn't be petty. Pettiness and all that should be off.
Also, there are people who sometimes can be very petty. I mean, the little thing, and you didn't call me. So what happened? You are four. I mean, you are even coming. You didn't even let me know you are coming. You know, and all that. I mean, sometimes they now want to look at every situation and read meanings into it, and because they have issue to one or two things, now they are losing the romance, or the romance is no more there, and all that. What will you tell such people?
Yeah, such people, what we will say is that like we said, marriage, life grows, you know. Life grows. So it is marriage and every aspect of us. So don't expect those days, maybe when we were boogieing together, the old man, as I'm growing, then we boogieing, and then the children will be there. And then at times we when they are singing some songs, and then we'll be following, then they'll be looking at us. Hey, you don't know those days.
Come and see.
So don't expect. Like they said, the old good days. It will not be the same.
Things will change in a way.
So let's understand those things and then move along. Some things we must admit that change. There are some changes we have to admit them. That this change, there is nothing you can do about it.
Wow.
Then you grow along it. You understand it and you are moving. So there wouldn't be any crash. There wouldn't be anything to complain. There wouldn't be anything to complain. When we learn to understand all these things, all what we need to do is, if you don't understand something, you ask, why is it that now, when the person explains to you, just understand it and then move along. That is the growth and the maturity we are talking about. And as you do that, in no time you realize that you will not be worrying yourself anymore. Why should you worry? Why there is no worry? You see, the worrying is not there. We created them.
So why worry of the worry that is not there?
Yes, you see. So there are certain things now. If I'm beginning to understand certain things, I don't worry myself.
30 years in marriage has brought a lot of experience.
Nothing good comes easy.
I see.
Nothing good comes easy. We need to understand all these things. That this stage will come, this stage will come, this stage. There will be a time that you will face with a lot of crises, problems, and those crises without Christ, then you will crash.
That's right.
It becomes another. Wow. So you have to just relax in the arms. If you don't understand something, that is the time you sit down, read, meditate prayerfully, and you see that the Holy Spirit will release the peace that pass all understanding into your spirit. And as you sit, me as I am now, I don't know what I can take. Because I don't see whatever I see as well, but this is not a problem. This is not a problem. Because any problem that comes along in life, if you can solve it, it wouldn't have come. It wouldn't have come. So anytime there is an issue, there is a problem, there is a solution.
That's right.
So just look around for the solution. Fix it. And you are
there. Mama Faith, to our viewers, one or two people in a situation like we are discussing, so we want to give a word of advice to couple out there, whether children are taking attention or job is taking their attention or whatever that is taking the attention, and that romance, so to say, it looks like it's no more there. What can you tell them for us?
Well, I'll tell them the basis of marriage is Christ. We should pray about everything and we should work at it. Marriage is for responsible people, people who are mature.
That's right.
It is not like the films we are watching. It's not like the tales we read in the book. It's not like the telenovelas that we are seeing. They are realities. We work at it. Challenges come. But when you come, you solve them. And when you solve it together, you have joy. Then you are growing and you mature. You begin to think alike. Your likings become the same because you are heading towards one. The Bible said the two of you will become one. So surely you should be one in everything. In prayer, in thinking, in raising the children. Keep love alive. You can. You shouldn't die. And remember, in marriage, the children, when they grow, they all marry and leave the two of you. So don't devote all the time to the children. Make time for each other so that when the children are growing, they are married, and you become the grandmother and the grandfather, you can still have your good relationship.
Wow. I see. Also, a word of advice.
Yes. My word of advice is that whatever is taking the attention, attend to that. Whatever is taking the attention, you attend to it.
Wow.
So if your wife, you say that is the children, okay, both of you should agree to attend to the children, and you see that you get the attention.
Wow.
So whichever area it is, just move there. You get the attention. I remember when we were in school, we were children. There was a book we were reading. There were these two goats, that you see there was some leaves they have to enjoy, and the rope on their neck was so short. So they were striving to. So later they realized that no, why don't we go
to
enjoy
this direction together,
and
then move to
then the problem was solved. You see, so there is nothing. If you see that thing as that thing is taking your attention, that is where you have a problem. It's not.
It's not.
Both of you attend to it, and you see that you have your peace, and there is nothing to worry about. So everything is in our hands. Everything. So the manual of marriage.
So not to cut you. So if let's say if your husband's job is taking a bit of him, I mean from you, you should give him a helping hand to sort of care or to be concerned about what he's going, so that you also be part of what is it.
Just do that, and you see that psychologically you raise certain things.
Exactly.
So when he comes home, today how was it? You know, because that is the concern, that is the problem that is taking the attention. So when you get yourself involved in that thing, then he sees that my wife is concerned about. Then now that job that is taking attention, when he comes home, you relate it to you. Today this is how it is. So then you, in the discussion, the romantic atmosphere is created, and everything.
I love that aspect. The romantic atmosphere will start. And on that note, I want to say a big thank you to you for being part of the program, and also to Reverend Emmanuel Mensah. God bless you. Thank you so much for passing through. And a quick hello to the family.
Yeah, I want to tell my wife I love her so much.
Wow.
And all the children, I love them.
Mommy, we are grateful. We are grateful for you releasing Daddy to be part of the program. 30 years. Oh, I salute you guys. God bless you so much. And Mama Faith, thank you also for coming through, and hello to the family as well.
I want to say hello to my family. I love you. We know that we have to build our family together, and let's put time together. And if you see me on set, it's because I also go through a school at a church, Royal House Chapel. I want to salute my papa, Reverend Sam Kranchi Ankara, and Mama Rita for what they are putting us through. God richly bless you.
Wow. I want to say a big thank you also to the Apostle General Reverend Sam Kranchi Ankara. You are a gift to the nation and to the nations. I mean, God bless you so much for the wonderful work you are doing for our generation, and also to your church, Royal House Chapel, and the family. We salute you all, and all the pastors who are doing the work of God, uplifting souls and touching lives in our country. I mean, we ask that God add unto you wisdom and the understanding to be able to hold forth this generation. We do believe in the future. On Weekend Review, we say, please, if you say a prayer, remember us, because we are praying that the next generation will be able to see a brighter days than what we are experiencing now. And on that score, let's say we end here. We will see you same time next week. But let your WhatsApp come via our WhatsApp line out there, and visit our Facebook page, Weekend Review with Dollarich. And you can come in with your call after the program. But when you call and it is not answered, please keep calling, because there are a lot of calls that do come in almost every weekend. So keep trying. We'll pick your call. We'll talk to you, and stay blessed. I love you so much. And to you, my only one, sweet, I love you. God bless you so much, and thank you for being there. And you, Shabak, Leah, and Baruch, I mean, hey, I salute you. I love you so much. We'll see you same time next week. Bye-bye.
Chami kwaya mfasu yeswe, chami kwaya mfasu chami kwaya mfasu mire, chami kwaya mfasu yama mi fa mi penko ya debiara dadi upebiomo. Chami kwaya mfasu yeswe, chami kwaya mfasu yama mi fa mi penko tutana mo biara upebiomo. Chami kwaya mfasu mire, chami kwaya mfasu chami kwaya mfasu yeswe, chami kwaya mfasu chami kwaya mfasu adufwe, chami kwaya mfasu yama mi fa mi penko tutana mo biara upebiomo. Chami kwaya mfasu yeswe, chami kwaya mfasu yama mi fa mi penko mi bengo tutana mo biara wo bebio mo. Okwan bitini woni pani so na swewe ye ni ye owo oli pani ndiopa na sonya mi no ni ye mama kwantini wo mani so na makoye mani so na safo eje treme kwai mama mi fa mi benya mi bana makodi mi wo treme kwai mi faso mi re treme kwai na mi faso treme kwai.
Don't let anybody put a promise ring on you for 1 year. He's not really going to see your parents. He's not going to do anything. Then you are dead. No.
It is even sexual harassment to expose your body, those parts that induce sex.
Women take into consideration so many factors before they allow you to have sex with them. So before your wife will think about that man, allow him. It means that he has developed some kind of affection and love, and then he has started hating you.
Why is it said that when you see your daughter's nakedness, you feel aroused and you feel like having something to do with your daughter? Hey! Let's check who trained you. You are disgracing your family.
Hello, precious viewers. The name is Jimmy Cole, Dollarich, and the program is Weekend Review, right here on GTV Live, Your Religion and Culture Channel, showing every Saturday at 8:30 a.m. and a repeat at 7 p.m. Weekend Review, bringing the family together, reshaping society for tomorrow's generation.